The sort of artist I am, or the way I best describe myself, is somebody who uses colour as a main way of transmitting kind of my message or my communication. And so then I use the form that are in my paintings to introduce that colour in a way that people can relate to, that somehow has meaning. And it comes from my travels and my remembered landscapes that are remembered but also contrived and created from those memories. So they're not real representations of the landscape. They are basically come from the application of the colour and how that colour helps me to transmit that message. So my big focus is colour. In the painting Canola Echoes, what inspired this painting was the canola fields when I did a visit to Eyre Peninsula, and as we drove through along the roads and through the canola, this yellow colour was just all immersing. But at the same time, the sky was this sort of really light blue. But as we travelled parallel to the coastline, and the coastline showed these amazing waters. It's just a beautiful coastline with the blues and the ultramarines and the Mediterranean kind of colours. So in this painting, what I tried to incorporate was my sense of being immersed in the landscape, the colour of the yellow, but the complementary colours of that blue and that deep blue, which was somewhere between the colour of the sky and the colour of the sea. And that's what inspired that painting, as well as a group of granite rocks called Murphy's Haystacks that have been worn over time, and they've just created these incredible shapes and forms, which created the forms for my painting. But it is the avenue through which the yellow colour of canola comes through. That's what I want people to see, in essence, when they look at this painting, is a response and an echo within themselves of that yellow colour. The easiest way I describe myself for others is really as a contemporary artist. But what does that mean for me? And when I think back about my painting journey, when I started painting, I was absolutely in love with Rothko's art, and I can recall going to see an exhibition at the Royal Academy in London of all the Impressionists and standing before these amazing Rothko paintings. They're so immersive. So that concept of that immersive sense that comes from Rothko and those that have been within the Expressionist area of their painting. So to me, at each stage in my painting journey, I've drawn feelings probably more than anything, but as well after that it's ideas, like how do you actually apply that to your work in an individual way. But it's drawing those feelings. So when I look at my painting and when I want to produce my painting, what I'm really interested in is conveying a feeling from the painting. If I can't actually get a feeling in a painting that I'm happy with, then I'm not satisfied. And I remember going to see the prehistoric drawings in France, in the Pyrenees, and their feeling that they had then, you could tell and almost see them when they sat around their fires within the caves and look at the flickering drawings of the bulls, which they created on walls that were designed to incorporate the shape, of the bull or the cow or whatever they were drawing. And so they too had this feeling, and it is conveyed right throughout art history. But on top of that, there is of course the important idea of form and structure and so forth that creates a painting that people can enter into. So where am I heading with my art? I suppose that's a critical question that everyone might be interested in. Well, I guess I really can't define where I'm going, because when I paint, I actually am never sure of the outcome. However, I do have to focus on the immersive process and moving on. So some of the things that come to mind about what I'm currently interested in is probably more line work within my paintings, still focused on the immersive colour, but I'm not really sure. What I'm going to do to find out though, so this is a critical question for everyone, is to keep working, to keep coming into the studio, to keep experimenting. I'm doing a lot of experimenting. I'm always experimenting. But on the other hand, there's this concern that I'll be all over the place. And I'm sure many artists feel that, that I'll end up doing a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of something else, and it won't be pushing the limits of what it is that I have to express. So there are some of the challenges for the future. Keep on working.